The Celestial Gate Station was the galaxy's busiest transit hub, a marvel of efficiency and safety. Its bioscanners were legendary, capable of detecting any threat across 15,000 registered species. For 300 years, its safety record was perfect, but that perfect record was about to be shattered in the most unexpected way possible. It all started when Lieutenant Marcus Webb, a human soldier on his way to a connecting flight, stepped through Terminal 12. The scanner's gentle blue light swept over him, a routine check for contraband or disease. But when the beam reached his left shoulder, the calm of the station vanished. Red lights flashed violently, klaxons blared, and heavy security doors slammed shut, sealing off the entire checkpoint. A shimmering containment field instantly materialized around Marcus, trapping him. Before he could even react, armed response teams burst from hidden panels, their weapons all pointed directly at him. "Hands, where we can see them," a booming voice commanded. It belonged to Commander Threlix, a towering Krillian whose exoskeleton bristled with sharp, defensive spines. "Do not move." Completely bewildered, Marcus slowly raised his hands. His travel bag slipped from his grasp and hit the floor with a soft thud. "What's going on?" "I'm just trying to catch my flight too." "Silence." Threlix cut him off. The commander's antennae quivered as he stared at a holographic display floating in the air. His huge compound eyes widened with an expression that looked shockingly like pure terror. He turned to his subordinate, scanning Officer Venn. "Confirm these readings. Tell me the system has malfunctioned." A gelatinous officer, an Aquarian named Venn, oozed closer to the display. Their translucent body rippled with agitation. "Commander, the readings are accurate. The subject's left shoulder, it shows biological markers consistent with..." Venn's voice dropped to a horrified whisper. "Omega level encounter survival." A collective gasp went through the armed guards. They all took an involuntary step backward. "That's impossible." One of them, a crystalline Luxarian, breathed out. "Omega level classifications are just theoretical. Nothing survives Omega contact." Marcus, more confused than ever, glanced down at his own shoulder, then back at the terrified aliens surrounding him. A light bulb went off. "Oh, you mean the bear attack?" "Bear." The word echoed through the silent terminal. Commander Threlix frantically began pulling up Earth's fauna database on his display. A holographic image flickered into view, and every non-human in the vicinity physically recoiled. It showed a colossal creature, easily 8 feet tall, covered in thick fur, with claws like curved daggers and jaws that looked like they could snap steel. The database entry scrolled across the screen, a laundry list of horrors. Grizzly bear. Classification Apex Megafauna, Omega threat. Mass, 360 kg. Bite force, 1,160 psi. Enough to crush a skull. Claw length, 10 centimeters, capable of disemboweling prey. Speed, 56 kilometers per hour. Faster than most species could sprint. Territorial aggression, extreme. Survival rate if attacked, a measly 3.2%. Threlix's voice was trembling as he addressed Marcus. "You were attacked by an Omega-class predator that our combat simulations say requires orbital bombardment to neutralize. And you survived." Marcus just shrugged. "Well, it wasn't really an attack. I was hiking in Yellowstone and surprised a mother with her cubs. She charged, swiped at me once, and I just played dead. After a minute, she lost interest and left with her kids. It did leave some pretty deep scratches, though." There was a stunned silence. "You played dead?" Officer Venn repeated, as if trying to understand a foreign concept. "Your survival strategy against an unstoppable killing machine was to pretend to be deceased." "Yeah, it works with grizzlies," Marcus explained nonchalantly. "Usually. Now, with black bears, you're supposed to fight back. And if it's a mountain lion, you make yourself look big and shout at it. And there are multiple categories of these creatures." A junior officer, who had been doing her own search, let out a horrified gasp. Everyone's attention snapped to her screen. "Commander, the humans' homeworld. It's populated by thousands of apex predators. Things called tigers, crocodiles, venomous serpents, parasitic organisms, microscopic killers. The main holographic display shifted, now showing a rotating image of the planet Earth. A stream of data began compiling in real time. Earth, gravity. 1.3 times the galactic standard. Atmospheric composition, 21% oxygen. A noted combustion hazard. Climate volatility, extreme. Apex predator density, 847 distinct species. Megafauna, threat level, critical. Microbial hazard index, literally off the scale. The final verdict blinked in stark red letters. Planetary classification. Class 12 Death World. Commander Threlix stared at the screen, then back at the placid human in the containment field. His voice was barely a whisper. Your entire planet is an Omega-level threat zone. I mean, you've got to watch where you're going, Marcus admitted. But it's home, you know. You just learn what to avoid. Don't swim in murky water where the gators might be. Don't leave food out for the bears. Shake out your boots before you put them on in case a scorpion crawled in. Check for ticks after you go hiking. Scorpions. Ticks. The junior officer was frantically updating her threat assessment, her fingers flying across her console. He lists mortal dangers, the way other species talk about bad weather. Meanwhile, Officer Venn had pulled up Marcus's medical records. Commander, his file shows multiple encounters. He's been stung by creatures called wasps, bitten by fire ants, and he was once infected with influenza, a disease that the database has killed 50 million humans in a single outbreak. He has antibodies to 17 different pathogens that we classify as potential biological warfare agents. Hey, it was just a bad flu season, Marcus protested, starting to feel a little defensive. Throlix slowly lowered his weapon, though his defensive spines remained fully extended. He looked at Marcus with a new kind of respect, mixed with sheer awe. Lieutenant. Webb, you have to understand. What do you call hiking? We would classify as a full-scale military operation requiring tactical support. What you call a bad flu season would trigger a planetary quarantine on any civilized world. And this? He gestured to the grizzly bear data. This is the equivalent of surviving single combat with a war titan, and then dismissing it as a minor inconvenience. Marcus scratched the back of his neck, feeling a bit awkward under the intense stares. Look, I really do have a flight to catch. Am I under arrest or something? After a few minutes of hushed, frantic consultation among the security staff, Threlix finally deactivated the containment field. No, Lieutenant. You are free to go. But we are flagging your species profile in the system. From now on, all human travelers will be pre-cleared for Omega-level survival markers. As Marcus picked up his bag and walked casually toward his gate, the entire security team just stood there, frozen. They watched him blend into the crowd of peaceful, civilized travelers from normal, non-homicidal planets. He described an Omega encounter as pretty deep scratches. The junior officer whispered to no one in particular. Commander Threlix was now looking at humanity's military service records. He saw their deployment history to hazard zones that other species flat out refused to enter. He saw their incredible survival rates in environments officially classified as uninhabitable. He saw their bizarre tendency to volunteer for the most dangerous assignments imaginable. They're from Earth, he said quietly, a profound realization dawning on him. To them, surviving the impossible is just Tuesday. He turned to his console and updated the galactic security protocols, adding a brand new classification. Death World Native Survival Metrics, not applicable to standard threat assessment. Somewhere in the bustling station, Lieutenant Marcus Webb boarded his flight, completely unaware that he had just been reclassified as a walking, talking miracle by every security system in the known galaxy. And back at the checkpoint, as the shaken guards returned to their posts, they all made the same silent, solemn vow. Never, ever, under any circumstances, visit Earth. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tailies from across the galaxy. See you next time.